I'm so happy you're here today. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is a place where you can slow down, relax, and build real English confidence, one natural conversation at a time. Today's lesson is designed for people who already know many English words, but still find it difficult to speak naturally in everyday situations. Maybe you understand movies with subtitles. Maybe you recognize hundreds of vocabulary words. But when someone asks you a simple question like, "How's your morning going?" your mind suddenly goes blank. If that has ever happened to you, don't worry. You're in exactly the right place. Today's lesson is not about memorizing complicated grammar rules or learning difficult vocabulary that you'll probably never use. Instead, we're going to train your brain to think in English through realistic situations that feel familiar and useful. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to answer simple daily questions with more confidence, more detail, and much more natural English. Little by little, you'll notice yourself translating less and speaking more naturally. Before we begin, if you enjoy learning English in a calm and practical way, consider subscribing to Relaxing English Listening. We upload long-form English, listening and speaking practice designed to help you build fluency naturally. Now, take a comfortable seat, relax your shoulders, breathe slowly, and let's spend the next few minutes speaking English together. One important thing I'd like you to remember is this: you do not need to speak quickly. Native speakers don't always speak quickly either. They pause. They think. They smile. They hesitate sometimes. Fluency isn't about speed. It's about feeling comfortable expressing your thoughts. So today, don't worry about perfection. Every sentence you repeat is another small step toward becoming a confident English speaker. Imagine this. Your alarm rings on a peaceful Monday morning. Soft sunlight comes through your window. You slowly open your eyes. You stretch your arms. Take a deep breath. And think about the day ahead. This moment may seem ordinary, but it's actually full of opportunities to practice natural English. Let's begin with a very simple sentence. I woke up. Repeat after me slowly. I woke up. Again. I woke up. Excellent. Now let's make it sound a little more natural. I woke up a little earlier than usual. Repeat after me. I woke up a little earlier than usual. One more time. I woke up a little earlier than usual. Very good. Now let's make it even more conversational. I ended up waking up a little earlier than usual. So I had some extra time to enjoy a quiet morning. Listen carefully. I ended up waking up a little earlier than usual. So I had some extra time to enjoy a quiet morning. Now repeat after me. I ended up waking up a little earlier than usual. So I had some extra time to enjoy a quiet morning. Again. But this time, imagine you're telling a close friend about your morning. I ended up waking up a little earlier than usual. So I had some extra time to enjoy a quiet morning. Did you notice something? Native speakers often add small details. Instead of stopping after one short sentence, they continue naturally. Those little details make your English sound relaxed, confident, and interesting. Here's another example. Basic English. I made coffee. Perfectly correct. But native speakers usually give a little more information. I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before checking my phone. Repeat after me. I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before checking my phone. Again. I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before checking my phone. Now let's make it richer. I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before checking my phone because I wanted to start the day feeling calm instead of rushed. Repeat after me slowly. I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before checking my phone because I wanted to start the day feeling calm instead of rushed. Notice how natural that feels. You're not simply describing an action, you're sharing a reason. That's something native speakers do all the time. Here's something you'll hear every day. I could really use some coffee. Native speakers love this expression. Repeat after me. I could really use some coffee. Again. I could really use some coffee. It doesn't necessarily mean you desperately need coffee. It simply means coffee sounds like a really good idea right now. Imagine you walk into your kitchen. You see the coffee machine. You smile. You quietly say, I could really use some coffee this morning. Repeat after me. I could really use some coffee this morning. Excellent. Let's continue. Imagine you're getting dressed for work. You look outside. The weather is beautiful. Instead of saying, it's sunny, try this. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Repeat after me. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Again. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Now add a feeling. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. And I'm really looking forward to getting outside. Repeat after me. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. And I'm really looking forward to getting outside. Native speakers say, looking forward to all the time. Notice the rhythm. I'm really looking forward to getting outside. Now try saying the whole sentence naturally. Very nice. Imagine you've finished getting ready. You grab your keys. You check that you have your phone, your wallet, and your headphones. Everything is ready. Now your neighbor opens the door at the same time. They smile and say, Good morning. Instead of answering with only, Good morning, you could say, Good morning. Beautiful weather today. Isn't it? Repeat after me. Good morning. Beautiful weather today. Isn't it? Again. Good morning. Beautiful weather today. Isn't it? Now, imagine your neighbor replies. It really is. I hope it stays like this. You answer. Me too. It definitely makes the morning feel a little brighter. Repeat after me. Me too. It definitely makes the morning feel a little brighter. Listen to the rhythm. It definitely makes the morning feel a little brighter. That's exactly the kind of sentence native speakers use naturally. Let's practice a short conversation. Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful weather today. Isn't it? It really is. I'm thinking about taking a walk after work. That sounds like a great idea. Have a wonderful day. You too. Now repeat the conversation one more time in your mind. Picture the apartment hallway. Picture yourself smiling naturally. Imagine hearing your own English becoming smoother. Every small conversation like this trains your brain to stop translating and start communicating. Let's continue our morning. You're walking toward the subway station. You notice a small bakery on the corner. Fresh bread is coming out of the oven. The smell is wonderful. Instead of saying, It smells good. Try this. It smells amazing in here. Repeat after me. It smells amazing in here. Again. It smells amazing in here. Now let's upgrade it. It smells amazing in here. I almost want to stop and grab some breakfast. Repeat after me. It smells amazing in here. I almost want to stop and grab some breakfast. Did you hear the phrase, grab some breakfast? Native speakers say, grab, constantly. Grab a coffee. Grab lunch. Grab a sandwich. Grab a seat. These are small expressions that instantly make your English sound more conversational Imagine you step inside. The employee smiles warmly. Good morning. What can I get for you? Instead of saying, coffee, you could answer, hi, I'd like a medium latte and one blueberry muffin. Please. Repeat after me. Hi, I'd like a medium latte and one blueberry muffin. Please. The employee smiles. Anything else? You think for a second. No. I think that's everything. Thank you. Repeat after me. No. I think that's everything. Thank you. Simple. Natural. Exactly what you'll hear every day. Notice how nobody is speaking with difficult vocabulary. They're simply speaking comfortably. That's our goal too. Take a slow breath. Smile. You've already practiced greetings. Describing your morning. Talking about coffee. Commenting on the weather. Making small talk with a neighbor. Ordering breakfast. And using several natural phrases that native speakers use every single day. Most learners never realize how powerful these small conversations are. They aren't just teaching you English. They're teaching your brain how English flows. Before we finish this first part, I'd like you to do one small exercise. Think about your own morning today. Don't translate. Just think. What time did you wake up? Did you make coffee or tea? Did you eat breakfast? How was the weather? Now answer using at least 3 connected sentences. Take your time. Say them quietly. Even if nobody else hears them. Your brain is listening. Remember, every sentence you repeat today is building tomorrow's confidence. In the next part, we'll leave the quiet morning behind and step into a busy neighborhood cafe where conversations become faster, friendlier, and even more natural. You'll learn the kinds of expressions native speakers use without even thinking. And you'll be surprised by how quickly they begin to feel like your own. As you continue walking through the neighborhood, the streets become a little busier. You hear bicycles passing by, people chatting on their way to work, and the gentle sound of coffee cups clinking inside a cozy cafe on the corner. This is one of those everyday places where English comes alive. Native speakers don't think very much about the words they use here. They simply react naturally. And today you're going to do exactly the same. Imagine you gently push open the cafe door. A warm smell of freshly brewed coffee fills the air. Soft music is playing in the background. A few people are working on their laptops, while others are catching up with friends before work. You take a quick look at the menu and step toward the counter. The barista smiles. Good morning. What can I get started for you? This is a question you'll hear in coffee shops all across the United States. Notice that the barista doesn't simply ask, what do you want? Instead, what can I get started for you sounds warmer and more welcoming. Repeat after me, slowly. What can I get started for you? Again. What can I get started for you? Now imagine you're answering. Instead of saying only, coffee. Try this. Hi. Could I get a medium iced latte? Please. Repeat after me. Hi. Could I get a medium iced latte? Please. Again. But relax your voice. Hi. Could I get a medium iced latte? Please. Very nice. Notice that native speakers often use could I get instead of I want. I want isn't wrong. But could I get sounds softer and much more conversational. Let's practice another order. I'd like a hot cappuccino and a blueberry scone. Repeat after me. I'd like a hot cappuccino and a blueberry scone. Again. I'd like a hot cappuccino and a blueberry scone. Excellent. Now imagine the barista asks another very common question. For here or to go? Repeat after me. For here or to go? Again. For here or to go? If you're staying inside the cafe, you can answer, for here, please. Repeat after me. For here, please. If you're taking your drink with you, simply say, to go, please. Repeat after me. To go, please. These are short phrases, but you'll hear them almost every day. Let's continue the conversation. The barista smiles. Anything else today? Instead of saying, no. Try this. No. I think that's everything. Thanks. Repeat after me. No. I think that's everything. Thanks. Again. No. I think that's everything. Thanks. Very natural. Native speakers often add little expressions like I think because they make the sentence sound softer. Now let's listen to a complete conversation. Good morning. Good morning. What can I get started for you? Hi. Could I get a medium iced latte and a chocolate croissant? Please. Absolutely. For here or to go? For here. Please. Anything else today? No. I think that's everything. Thanks. Your total comes to $8.40. Here you go. Thank you very much. Have a great day. You too. Now imagine yourself standing there. Picture every sentence. Hear your own voice. Repeat the conversation naturally in your mind. Excellent. Here's something native speakers say all the time. I'm still waking up. Imagine someone at the cafe asks, how's your morning going? Instead of answering, I'm tired. Try this. I'm still waking up. But this coffee should help. Repeat after me. I'm still waking up. But this coffee should help. Again. I'm still waking up. But this coffee should help. Notice the phrase, should help. It sounds relaxed and optimistic. Now let's make the sentence even more natural. I'm still waking up. But I'm feeling better already. Repeat after me. I'm still waking up. But I'm feeling better already. Excellent. Here's another common situation. While you're waiting for your drink, another customer accidentally bumps into you. They quickly say, oh, I'm so sorry. Instead of saying, it's okay. Native speakers often say, no worries. Repeat after me. No worries. Again. No worries. Or you could say, you're all good? Repeat after me. You're all good. These expressions sound friendly and casual. Now imagine another situation. The cafe is crowded. You notice the last empty chair near the window. Someone looks at you and asks, is this seat taken? Repeat after me. Is this seat taken? Again. Is this seat taken? If nobody is sitting there, you can smile and say, no. Go ahead. Repeat after me. No. Go ahead. Or, feel free. Repeat after me. Feel free. Small expressions like these make everyday conversations flow naturally. As you're enjoying your coffee, you notice someone sitting nearby reading a travel magazine. A few minutes later, they smile and ask, have you ever been to Seattle? Maybe you haven't. Instead of answering, no. Try this. Not yet. But I'd really love to visit someday. Repeat after me. Not yet, but I'd really love to visit someday. Again. Not yet, but I'd really love to visit someday. Do you hear how much more interesting that sounds? You didn't simply answer the question. You continued the conversation. That's exactly what fluent speakers do. Let's practice another response. What brings you here this morning? Instead of saying, coffee. Try this. I usually stop here before work because it's one of my favorite cafes. Repeat after me. I usually stop here before work because it's one of my favorite cafes. Again. I usually stop here before work because it's one of my favorite cafes. Notice the word usually. Native speakers constantly use words like usually, normally, actually, honestly, probably, and pretty. These little words make conversations feel relaxed and authentic. Here's another phrase you'll hear every day. I come here pretty often. Repeat after me. I come here pretty often. Again. I come here pretty often. Now let's expand it. I come here pretty often because the atmosphere is always calm and the coffee is consistently good. Repeat after me slowly. I come here pretty often because the atmosphere is always calm and the coffee is consistently good. Excellent. Let's move into another natural conversation. Imagine you're waiting for your order when you suddenly hear a familiar voice. Hey, is that you? You turn around. It's an old coworker you haven't seen in almost 2 years. They smile. Wow. It's been forever. Native speakers love this expression. Repeat after me. It's been forever. Again. It's been forever. Instead of saying, long time, say, it's been forever. How have you been? Repeat after me. It's been forever. How have you been? Your friend smiles. I've been doing really well. Work has been keeping me busy. Now it's your turn. Instead of saying, I'm fine. Try this. I've been doing pretty well. Things have been busy. But I can't complain. Repeat after me. I've been doing pretty well. Things have been busy. But I can't complain. Again. I've been doing pretty well. Things have been busy. But I can't complain. The phrase I can't complain doesn't mean everything is perfect. It simply means life is generally going well. Native speakers use it constantly. Now imagine your friend asks, are you still living nearby? Instead of answering, yes. Try this. Yeah. I moved into an apartment just a few blocks away last year. Repeat after me. Yeah. I moved into an apartment just a few blocks away last year. Notice how yeah sounds more conversational than always saying yes. Let's continue. Your drinks arrive. You both sit near the window. The conversation becomes more relaxed. Your friend says, this place has really good coffee. Instead of agreeing with, only, yes. Try this. I know. That's exactly why I keep coming back. Repeat after me. I know. That's exactly why I keep coming back. Again. I know. That's exactly why I keep coming back. This next phrase is extremely common. I needed this. Imagine taking your first sip of warm coffee after a busy morning. You smile. I needed this. Repeat after me. I needed this. Again. I needed this. Only 3 words. But they express so much. Now expand it. I really needed this after such a busy morning. Repeat after me. I really needed this after such a busy morning. Very good. Let's do one more shadowing exercise together. Listen first. This cafe always helps me slow down before a busy day. Now repeat. This cafe always helps me slow down before a busy day. Again. This cafe always helps me slow down before a busy day. Excellent. Notice how we're not learning isolated vocabulary anymore. We're learning complete thoughts, complete feelings, complete conversations. That's exactly how children learn their first language. Before we leave the cafe, I'd like you to try something. Think about your favorite coffee shop, bakery, or quiet place. Imagine you're walking inside. Who do you see? What would you order? How would you greet the person behind the counter? Now answer in English. Use at least 4 connected sentences. Take your time. Don't rush. Let your English come naturally. Every conversation like this builds another bridge between understanding English and actually living in English. In the next part, we'll step into a completely different environment. The quiet atmosphere of the cafe will give way to a busy workplace filled with meetings, coworkers, quick decisions, and the kind of natural English you'll hear every single day in offices around the world. You'll discover how native speakers sound professional without sounding formal. And you'll begin speaking with the same calm confidence. Leaving the cozy cafe behind, you step back onto the sidewalk with a warm cup of coffee in your hand. The streets are much busier now. Cars move steadily through the intersections. Buses stop to pick up passengers. And people walk with purpose, carrying backpacks, briefcases, and laptops. The pace of the morning has changed. And so has the kind of English you'll hear around you. Imagine you're arriving at work. Maybe it's an office. Maybe it's a shared workspace. Maybe you work in a school, hospital, or even from home. No matter where you work, there are certain conversations that happen almost every day. Learning these conversations will make your English feel much more practical because they're the kinds of phrases native speakers use without thinking. You walk through the front door. A coworker looks up from their desk and smiles. Morning. Notice something important. They don't always say, "Good morning." Very often, they simply say, "Morning." Repeat after me. Morning. Again. Morning. Now imagine replying. Morning, how's it going? Repeat after me. Morning. How's it going? Again. Morning, how's it going? This next expression is everywhere. How's it going? It doesn't always mean the other person wants a long answer. Most of the time, it's simply a friendly greeting. Instead of answering, "I'm fine." Try this. "It's going pretty well. How about you?" Repeat after me. "It's going pretty well. How about you?" Again. "It's going pretty well. How about you?" Very natural. Now imagine your coworker says, "Can't complain?" You've already heard that phrase earlier. Let's build on it. Can't complain. It's been a busy morning already. Repeat after me. Can't complain. It's been a busy morning already. Excellent. As you walk toward your desk, another coworker says, "Did you have a good weekend?" This is one of the most common Monday morning questions. A basic answer would be, "Yes." But let's make it sound much more natural. "Yeah. It was really relaxing. I spent some time with my family and finally caught up on some reading." Repeat after me. Yeah. It was really relaxing. I spent some time with my family and finally caught up on some reading. Notice the phrase, caught up on. Native speakers use it constantly. Catch up on work? Catch up on sleep. Catch up on emails. Catch up on reading. Repeat after me. I finally caught up on some reading. Again. I finally caught up on some reading. Now imagine someone asks another question. Ready for another busy week? Instead of saying, yes. Try this. I think so. I've got a lot to do. But I'm feeling motivated. Repeat after me. I think so. I've got a lot to do. But I'm feeling motivated. Again. I think so. I've got a lot to do. But I'm feeling motivated. Did you hear the contraction? I've got. Native speakers use I've got all the time instead of I have. I've got a meeting. I've got some work to finish. I've got an idea. These little changes make your English sound much more conversational. Now imagine you arrive at your desk. You turn on your computer. It takes much longer than expected to start. You smile and quietly say, "Come on." This tiny expression is incredibly common. Repeat after me. Come on. Again. Come on. Now your computer finally turns on. You breathe out and say, "There we go." Repeat after me. There we go. Again. There we go. Native speakers often use these little reactions throughout the day. They're small, but they make conversations sound alive. A few minutes later, your manager walks over. Do you have a minute? Instead of saying, yes, you could naturally answer, sure. What's up? Repeat after me. Sure. What's up? Again. Sure. What's up? Notice that what's up doesn't always mean what's happening in your life. Sometimes it simply means, what would you like to talk about? Let's continue. Your manager says, we have a meeting in about 10 minutes. Instead of saying, okay. Try this. Sounds good? I'll be there. Repeat after me. Sounds good. I'll be there. Again. Sounds good. I'll be there. Native speakers absolutely love. Sounds good. You'll hear it every day. Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds perfect. Sounds like a plan. Repeat after me. Sounds like a plan. Again. Sounds like a plan. Now imagine you're sitting in the meeting room. Everyone is finding their seats. The manager begins. Thanks for coming. Everyone. After discussing a few ideas, the manager asks, what do you think? This is where many English learners become nervous. Instead of saying, I think it's good. Let's upgrade your answer. I think it's a really practical idea, because it could save us quite a bit of time. Repeat after me. I think it's a really practical idea, because it could save us quite a bit of time. Again. I think it's a really practical idea, because it could save us quite a bit of time. Notice how you gave a reason. Native speakers almost always explain why. Now imagine another coworker shares a different opinion. You don't completely agree. Instead of saying, no. Try this. I see what you mean. But I was thinking about it a little differently. Repeat after me. I see what you mean. But I was thinking about it a little differently. Again. I see what you mean. But I was thinking about it a little differently. This is exactly how professional conversations stay polite. Nobody sounds aggressive. Nobody sounds robotic. They simply acknowledge the other person's opinion before sharing their own. Let's practice a short meeting conversation. What do you think about the new schedule? I actually think it looks pretty reasonable. Really? Yeah. It should help everyone stay organized. That's a good point. Maybe we could make one small adjustment. I like that idea. Let's give it a try. Now repeat that conversation quietly. Notice the rhythm. Nobody is using difficult vocabulary. Everything sounds simple. Everything sounds useful. That's exactly how fluent English works. As the meeting finishes, your coworker walks beside you. Nice job in there. Instead of answering, thank you. Try this. Thanks. I was a little nervous at first. Repeat after me. Thanks. I was a little nervous at first. Again. Thanks. I was a little nervous at first. Now continue. But once we started talking, I felt much more comfortable. Repeat after me. But once we started talking, I felt much more comfortable. Excellent. This is how conversations naturally grow. One sentence becomes two. Two become three. Soon you're speaking naturally instead of translating. Let's move to another everyday situation. Your coworker stops by your desk. Hey, do you have a second? Repeat after me. Do you have a second? Again. Do you have a second? Instead of saying, yes. Try. Of course. What do you need? Repeat after me. Of course. What do you need? Your coworker smiles. I'm having a little trouble with this report. Instead of saying, I help. Try this. Sure. Let's take a look together. Repeat after me. Sure. Let's take a look together. Again. Sure. Let's take a look together. Notice how natural that sounds. You're offering help in a calm, friendly way. Now imagine you've solved the problem together. Your coworker says, thanks so much. You reply, no problem at all. Happy to help. Repeat after me. No problem at all. Happy to help. Again. No problem at all. Happy to help. This next phrase is something you'll hear almost every single day. I'll take care of it. Repeat after me. I'll take care of it. Again. I'll take care of it. Imagine, your manager says, could someone send this email? You answer, I'll take care of it. Simple. Professional. Natural. Let's practice one more complete dialogue. Could you send these files this afternoon? Absolutely. I'll take care of it right after lunch. Perfect. Thanks. No problem. If you need anything else, just let me know. Will do. Thanks again. Now close your eyes for just a moment and imagine yourself speaking exactly like that. You aren't memorizing sentences anymore. You're responding naturally. You're becoming part of the conversation. That shift is exactly what fluency feels like. Before we leave the workplace, I'd like you to practice something on your own. Imagine, it's your first hour at work tomorrow morning. How would you greet your coworkers? How would you answer if someone asked about your weekend? How would you politely share an opinion during a meeting? Try answering out loud, using 3 or 4 connected sentences. Don't worry if you hesitate. Native speakers hesitate too. What matters is continuing. Every complete sentence teaches your brain that English isn't something you study for a few minutes each day. It's something you can actually live in. As the morning moves toward lunchtime, the atmosphere begins to change once again. Computers are quietly shutting down for a break. Coworkers are chatting more casually, and the smell of fresh food is starting to fill the air. In the next lesson, you'll join a group of friends for lunch, where conversations become more relaxed, more personal, and full of everyday expressions you'll immediately recognize in real life. As the meeting comes to an end, people begin closing their laptops and stretching their arms after a productive morning. The atmosphere feels lighter now. Conversations become more relaxed, and someone smiles as they glance at the clock. Anyone getting lunch? You hear this question almost every day in English-speaking workplaces. Lunch isn't only about eating. It's also a chance to connect, share stories, and practice the kind of casual English that native speakers use naturally. Imagine you're walking with a few coworkers toward a small neighborhood restaurant. The sidewalks are busy. The weather is pleasant. And everyone seems happy to take a short break from work. One of your coworkers turns to you and asks, "Have you been here before?" Instead of answering with, "Only?" "Yes." Try saying, "Yeah. I've been here a couple of times. Their sandwiches are really good." Repeat after me, slowly. "Yeah. I've been here a couple of times. Their sandwiches are really good." Again. "Yeah. I've been here a couple of times. Their sandwiches are really good." Notice the phrase "a couple of times." Native speakers use this constantly instead of saying 2 times. Let's practice another one. I've only been here once. Repeat after me. I've only been here once. Again. I've only been here once. Now expand it naturally. I've only been here once. But I remember the food being really fresh. Repeat after me. I've only been here once. But I remember the food being really fresh. Excellent. As everyone walks inside, the hostess smiles warmly. "Table for 4. Your coworker answers, "Yes, please." A few moments later, everyone sits down. Menus open. People look around. Someone laughs and says, "I always order the same thing." Repeat after me. I always order the same thing. Again. I always order the same thing. Now make it sound more conversational. I always order the same thing, because I know I'll enjoy it. Repeat after me. I always order the same thing, because I know I'll enjoy it. Native speakers often explain their choices with simple reasons. That small habit immediately makes your English sound richer. A server walks over. "Can I get you something to drink?" Notice this question. Can I get you something to drink? Repeat after me. Can I get you something to drink? Now imagine answering, "I'll have an iced tea, please." Repeat after me. "I'll have an iced tea, please." Again. "I'll have an iced tea, please." Another natural response is, "Just water is fine." Repeat after me. Just water is fine. Simple. Polite. Very common. While everyone looks at the menu, one of your coworkers asks, "What are you thinking about getting?" Instead of saying, "I don't know. Try this. I'm still deciding. Everything looks really good." Repeat after me. I'm still deciding. Everything looks really good. Again. I'm still deciding. Everything looks really good. Native speakers love the phrase, "I'm still deciding." You'll hear it in restaurants, in stores, and many everyday situations. Now imagine someone recommends a dish. You should try the grilled chicken. It's amazing. Instead of saying, "Okay, try," That actually sounds really good. Repeat after me. That actually sounds really good. Again. That actually sounds really good. Notice the word actually. It's a tiny word that appears everywhere in spoken English. Actually. Honestly. Pretty. Kind of. Sort of. These little words make conversations sound much more natural. The server returns. Are you ready to order? Instead of simply saying, yes. You answer, I think so. I'll go with the grilled chicken and a side salad. Repeat after me. I think so. I'll go with the grilled chicken and a side salad. Again. I think so. I'll go with the grilled chicken and a side salad. The phrase I'll go with is extremely common. Native speakers rarely say, I choose. Instead they say, I'll go with. Let's practice. I'll go with the pasta. Repeat after me. I'll go with the pasta. Again. I'll go with the pasta. Now let's continue the conversation. After everyone orders, the discussion shifts away from food. Someone smiles and asks, so, any plans for the weekend? This question comes up constantly. Instead of answering, I'm staying home. Let's make it sound more natural. I'm planning to take it easy this weekend. I might go hiking if the weather stays nice. Repeat after me. I'm planning to take it easy this weekend. I might go hiking if the weather stays nice. Again. I'm planning to take it easy this weekend. I might go hiking if the weather stays nice. Notice the expression, take it easy. Native speakers use it all the time. It means to relax. Here's another example. I just want to take it easy after such a busy week. Repeat after me. I just want to take it easy after such a busy week. Excellent. Now your coworker says, that sounds relaxing. Instead of answering, I think so. Try. Yeah. I think it'll be a nice way to recharge. Repeat after me. Yeah. I think it'll be a nice way to recharge. Again. Yeah. I think it'll be a nice way to recharge. The word recharge is often used when talking about resting and getting your energy back. Now let's practice a complete lunch conversation. Any plans for the weekend? I'm thinking about visiting my parents. That sounds nice. Yeah. I haven't seen them in a few weeks. I'm sure they'll be happy to see you. I think so too. Now repeat that conversation quietly. Picture everyone smiling around the table. Notice how friendly and relaxed everything feels. That's exactly how everyday English sounds. The food arrives. Everyone looks at their plates. One coworker says, wow. That looks delicious. Instead of answering, thank you. Try. I know. I can't wait to try it. Repeat after me. I know. I can't wait to try it. Again. I know. I can't wait to try it. Take your first bite. You smile. This is even better than I expected. Repeat after me. This is even better than I expected. Again. This is even better than I expected. Native speakers often compare expectations with reality. Better than I expected. Not as spicy as I thought. Much bigger than I imagined. Let's practice another sentence. This turned out really well. Repeat after me. This turned out really well. Again. This turned out really well. Here's another common situation. Someone asks, would you like to try some of mine? Instead of saying, No. You could politely answer, sure. I'd love to. It looks really good. Repeat after me. Sure. I'd love to. It looks really good. Or maybe you're already full. You can say, thanks, but I'm already full. Repeat after me. Thanks, but I'm already full. Notice how polite that sounds. Native speakers usually soften refusals with thanks first. As lunch continues, the conversation becomes more personal. Someone asks, what do you usually do after work? Instead of answering, I go home. Let's expand your answer. I usually head home, make dinner, and spend some time reading or watching a movie. Repeat after me. I usually head home, make dinner, and spend some time reading or watching a movie. The phrase head home is much more natural than always saying go home. Repeat after me. I usually head home. Again. I usually head home. Now another coworker smiles. I've been trying to read more lately. Instead of saying, me too. Try. Me too. I've been making more time for reading this year. Repeat after me. Me too. I've been making more time for reading this year. Notice the expression, making more time. Native speakers use it naturally when talking about priorities. Let's practice another phrase you'll hear very often. I've been meaning to do that. Imagine someone says, you should check out that new bookstore. You answer, I've been meaning to do that. Repeat after me. I've been meaning to do that. Again. I've been meaning to do that. It means you've wanted to do something for a while, but haven't done it yet. Very natural. Very useful. Lunch is almost over. Everyone begins finishing their drinks. One coworker glances at the clock. We should probably head back. Repeat after me. We should probably head back. Again. We should probably head back. Instead of saying, okay, you reply, yeah. Time flies when you're having a good conversation. Repeat after me. Yeah. Time flies when you're having a good conversation. Native speakers often say, time flies. It's a wonderful expression to describe enjoyable moments. Before everyone stands up, one coworker smiles and says, we should do this again sometime. Instead of saying, yes. Try. Definitely. I really enjoyed catching up with everyone. Repeat after me. Definitely. I really enjoyed catching up with everyone. Again. Definitely. I really enjoyed catching up with everyone. Notice the phrase, catching up. It doesn't simply mean talking. It means reconnecting and sharing what's been happening in each other's lives. Now I'd like you to imagine your own lunch with friends or coworkers. Where are you? What are you eating? Who are you talking to? Answer these questions using 4 or 5 connected sentences. Describe your food. Describe the atmosphere. Describe one interesting conversation. Take your time. Speak naturally. Every extra detail helps your brain build stronger English connections. You've probably noticed something important by now. We haven't been learning difficult vocabulary. Instead, we've been learning how ordinary people have ordinary conversations in ordinary places. And that's exactly why this English is so powerful. These are the phrases you'll hear tomorrow, next week, and every day after that. As everyone walks back toward work, the afternoon begins to unfold. Phones start ringing. Messages appear on screens. and conversations move from face to calls and texts. In the next lesson, you'll discover how native speakers communicate naturally over the phone and through everyday messages, using relaxed expressions that make even simple conversations feel smooth and effortless. The afternoon settles into a comfortable rhythm. The energy of the morning meetings has faded. Lunch has left everyone feeling a little more relaxed, and the office is filled with the quiet sounds of keyboards, printers, and occasional conversations. Outside, sunlight shines through the windows, and inside, people move from one task to another. Then, without warning, your phone begins to ring. Phone conversations are a part of everyday life. Whether you're calling a friend, answering a coworker, speaking with customer service, or checking in with a family member, for many English learners, talking on the phone feels more difficult than speaking face to face because you can't see the other person's expressions. But today, you'll practice the kinds of phone conversations native speakers have every single day. Imagine you look at your phone. A friend's name appears on the screen. You smile and answer, "Hey, how's it going?" Repeat after me slowly. "Hey, how's it going?" Again. "Hey, how's it going?" Notice how relaxed that sounds. Native speakers often begin phone calls with simple greetings like these instead of formal introductions. Your friend replies, "Hey, sorry to call out of the blue." This is a wonderful expression. Repeat after me. Sorry to call out of the blue. Again. Sorry to call out of the blue. Out of the blue means unexpectedly. Imagine a friend suddenly calls after several months. You naturally hear, "Sorry to call out of the blue." Now imagine answering, "No worries. It's good to hear from you." Repeat after me. "No worries. It's good to hear from you." Again. "No worries. It's good to hear from you." That response feels warm, welcoming, and completely natural. Your friend continues, "I was just wondering if you're free this evening." Instead of answering, "Yes. Try this. I think so. I should be finished with work by 6. Repeat after me. I think so. I should be finished with work by 6. Again. I think so. I should be finished with work by 6. Notice how you're giving useful information instead of only one word. That's what fluent speakers do naturally. Let's continue. Your friend asks, "Would you like to grab dinner?" This is one of the most common invitations in everyday English. Repeat after me. Would you like to grab dinner? Again. Would you like to grab dinner? Instead of saying, "Yes," you could answer, "That sounds great. It's been a while since we last caught up." Repeat after me. That sounds great. It's been a while since we last caught up. Again. That sounds great. It's been a while since we last caught up. Notice the phrase, "It's been a while." Native speakers use this constantly. It's been a while. It's been forever. Long time no see. These expressions all help conversations feel warm and friendly. Now imagine a different situation. You're working when your phone rings again. This time, it's an unknown number. You answer politely. "Hello. This is Alex speaking." Repeat after me. "Hello. This is Alex speaking." Again. "Hello. This is Alex speaking." The caller says, "Hi. I'm calling about your appointment tomorrow." Notice the phrase, "I'm calling about." Repeat after me. "I'm calling about your appointment tomorrow." Again. I'm calling about your appointment tomorrow. This structure is extremely useful. I'm calling about your order. I'm calling about the meeting. I'm calling about the email. Let's practice another example. I'm calling about the documents you requested. Repeat after me. I'm calling about the documents you requested. Very nice. Now imagine you didn't hear part of what the caller said. Instead of pretending you understood, native speakers politely ask for clarification. You can say, "Sorry. Could you say that again?" Repeat after me. Sorry. Could you say that again? Again. Sorry. Could you say that again? Or perhaps, the connection isn't very clear. Repeat after me. The connection isn't very clear. Again. The connection isn't very clear. Here's another excellent phrase. I didn't quite catch that. Repeat after me. I didn't quite catch that. Again. I didn't quite catch that. Notice how polite it sounds. You're not saying the other person spoke badly. You're simply asking them to repeat themselves. Now, let's practice a complete phone conversation. Hello. This is Emma speaking. Hi. Emma. This is Daniel. Hey, it's nice to hear from you. I was wondering if you're free this evening. I think so. What did you have in mind? I thought we could grab dinner. That sounds great. Perfect. I'll text you the details. Looking forward to it. Me too. See you later. Now repeat that conversation quietly. Imagine the voices. Imagine the smiles. Imagine how natural the conversation feels. Excellent. Let's move into another everyday situation. Here's another example. I'm running about 10 minutes behind. Repeat after me. I'm running about 10 minutes behind. Again. I'm running about 10 minutes behind. Now imagine replying to the message. No problem. Take your time. Repeat after me. No problem. Take your time. Again. No problem. Take your time. This is a calm, a friendly response you'll hear every day. Let's continue. A coworker sends you a message. Can you send me that file when you get a chance? Notice the expression. When you get a chance. Repeat after me. When you get a chance. Again. When you get a chance. It means when you have some free time. Now answer naturally. Absolutely. I'll send it over in a few minutes. Repeat after me. Absolutely. I'll send it over in a few minutes. Again. Absolutely. I'll send it over in a few minutes. Native speakers often say, I'll send it over, instead of, I'll send it. Small expressions like this make your English sound much more natural. Now imagine, another message arrives. Thanks again for your help today. Instead of replying, you're welcome. Try this. Of course. Happy to help. Repeat after me. Of course. Happy to help. Again. Of course. Happy to help. Here's another response you'll hear frequently. Anytime. Repeat after me. Anytime. Again. Anytime. Only one word, but it expresses kindness and friendliness. Now let's imagine you're calling customer service. The representative answers, "Thank you for calling. How may I help you today?" Instead of saying, "I have a problem. Try this. I have a question about my recent order." Repeat after me. I have a question about my recent order. Again. I have a question about my recent order. The representative replies, Let me check that for you. Repeat after me. Let me check that for you. Again. Let me check that for you. A few moments later they say, thanks for waiting. Instead of answering, okay. Try. Thanks for looking into it. Repeat after me. Thanks for looking into it. Again. Thanks for looking into it. Notice the expression, looking into it. It means investigating or checking something carefully. Let's practice another useful phrase. I appreciate your patience. Repeat after me. I appreciate your patience. Again. I appreciate your patience. This phrase appears often in customer service conversations. Now imagine you're speaking with a family member. Your mom calls and asks, how's your day been? Instead of saying, good. Let's make it more natural. It's been pretty productive. I've had a busy day. But everything's been going smoothly. Repeat after me. It's been pretty productive. I've had a busy day. But everything's been going smoothly. Again. It's been pretty productive. I've had a busy day. But everything's been going smoothly. Notice how one simple answer became a complete conversation. Now your mom says, don't forget to get some rest. Instead of saying, okay. Try. I will. Thanks for reminding me. Repeat after me. I will. Thanks for reminding me. Again. I will. Thanks for reminding me. These little expressions build warm relationships. English isn't only about vocabulary. It's about connection. Let's practice another short dialogue. Hey. Are you busy right now? Not really. What's up? I just wanted to check in. That's nice of you. How's everything going? Pretty well. I've been keeping busy. But things are going smoothly. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks. How about you? Now repeat that conversation in your mind. Notice the relaxed rhythm. No complicated grammar. No difficult words. Just real English. Before we finish today's practice, I'd like you to imagine your own phone conversation. Who are you calling? A friend. A family member. A coworker. Think about what you would say when you answer the phone. Think about how you would invite someone somewhere. Think about how you would politely ask someone to repeat something. Now answer aloud using 4 or 5 connected sentences. Take your time. Smile while you speak. Believe it or not, smiling changes the sound of your voice. Even on the phone. Every phone call you practice helps your brain become more comfortable, responding naturally without translating every word. The afternoon is slowly coming to an end. Work is almost finished. The sunlight has become softer. And people are beginning to think about heading home. Outside the office, the city is still full of life. Buses arrive. Bookstores welcome curious visitors. Parks fill with people enjoying the evening air. And countless small conversations are waiting to happen. In the next lesson, you'll step outside into the city itself, where you'll learn how native speakers ask for directions, chat with strangers, explore new places, and turn ordinary moments into confident English conversations. The workday is finally coming to an end. You step outside, and the fresh afternoon air feels different from the quiet atmosphere inside the office. The streets are alive again. People are walking home. Students are chatting on sidewalks. Buses arrive every few minutes. And cyclists pass by with shopping bags hanging from their handlebars. This is where English becomes wonderfully unpredictable. Every corner of the city offers a new conversation. A new question. and another chance to think naturally in English. Take a slow breath and imagine yourself standing on a busy street. You have nowhere urgent to be. Today is about enjoying the city, noticing the little details around you, and practicing the kind of English that people use every single day. You begin walking toward a small bookstore you've never visited before. As you approach the entrance, you realize you're not completely sure you're going the right way. A friendly-looking woman is walking toward you. This is the perfect opportunity to ask for directions. Instead of saying, "Where? Bookstore." Let's make it sound natural. "Excuse me. Could you tell me how to get to the bookstore?" Repeat after me slowly. "Excuse me. Could you tell me how to get to the bookstore?" Again. "Excuse me. Could you tell me how to get to the bookstore?" Notice how polite this sounds. Native speakers often begin with, "Excuse me." Before asking strangers for help, the woman smiles warmly. "Of course. Just keep walking for about 2 blocks. Then turn left. You'll see it right across from the park." Listen carefully to the phrase, "Just keep walking." Repeat after me. "Just keep walking." Again. "Just keep walking." Now another useful expression. "It's right across from the park." Repeat after me. "It's right across from the park." Again. "It's right across from the park." These are the kinds of directions you'll hear all the time. Now imagine answering politely, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." Repeat after me. "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." Again. "Thank you so much. I really appreciate it." The woman replies, "You're very welcome." Or perhaps, "No problem at all." Both are perfectly natural. As you continue walking, you notice a beautiful little park filled with people enjoying the afternoon. Children are laughing near the playground. Someone is reading beneath a large tree. 2 friends are sitting on a bench sharing ice cream. Take a moment to describe what you see. Instead of saying, "The park is nice," try this. "The park has such a peaceful atmosphere. And everyone seems to be enjoying the beautiful weather." Repeat after me. "The park has such a peaceful atmosphere. And everyone seems to be enjoying the beautiful weather." Again. "The park has such a peaceful atmosphere. And everyone seems to be enjoying the beautiful weather." Notice how you've painted a picture instead of simply giving information. Native speakers often describe places by adding feelings and observations. Let's build another sentence. "I love how relaxing this place feels." Repeat after me. "I love how relaxing this place feels." Again. "I love how relaxing this place feels." Notice the phrase, "I love how." I love how quiet it is. I love how friendly everyone is. I love how cozy this cafe feels. These patterns are incredibly common. As you continue your walk, you see a man taking photos of colorful flowers. He notices you looking and smiles. They're beautiful this time of year. Instead of simply agreeing, "Yes. Try this. They really are. The colors are incredible." Repeat after me. "They really are. The colors are incredible." Again. "They really are. The colors are incredible." He continues, "I come here almost every afternoon." Now it's your turn. "I can understand why. It's such a relaxing place." Repeat after me. "I can understand why. It's such a relaxing place." Again. "I can understand why. It's such a relaxing place." This is exactly how small conversations happen between strangers. Simple, friendly, natural. As you leave the park, you finally arrive at the bookstore. The small bell above the door rings as you step inside. The smell of paper and coffee fills the room. Soft instrumental music plays quietly in the background. A staff member smiles. Let me know if you need any help. You'll hear this sentence constantly in stores. Repeat after me. Let me know if you need any help. Again. Let me know if you need any help. Instead of replying, okay. Try this. Thanks. I'm just looking around. Repeat after me. Thanks. I'm just looking around. Again. Thanks. I'm just looking around. This phrase is one of the most useful expressions for shopping. I'm just looking around. It politely tells someone that you're not ready to buy anything yet. Imagine walking through the shelves. You notice a book that catches your attention. Instead of saying, I like this. Try. This one looks really interesting. Repeat after me. This one looks really interesting. Again. This one looks really interesting. You open the first page and begin reading. A few minutes later, another customer notices the same book. They smile. I read that last year. It was excellent. Instead of simply saying, oh, you reply, really, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Repeat after me. Really, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Again. Really, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Notice how that response naturally keeps the conversation going. The customer continues. I couldn't put it down. This is a fantastic expression. Repeat after me. I couldn't put it down. Again. I couldn't put it down. It means the book was so interesting that they didn't want to stop reading. Now imagine replying, that definitely makes me want to read it. Repeat after me. That definitely makes me want to read it. Again. That definitely makes me want to read it. As you leave the bookstore with your new book in hand, the city feels even more welcoming. The afternoon sunlight has become softer. People are walking their dogs. Friends are meeting outside cafes. Street musicians begin playing gentle music. You decide to stop by a small fruit market before heading home. A vendor smiles. Everything was picked fresh this morning. Repeat after me. Everything was picked fresh this morning. Again. Everything was picked fresh this morning. You look at the strawberries. They look delicious. Repeat after me. They look delicious. Again. They look delicious. The vendor offers you a sample. Instead of saying, good. Try. Wow. They're much sweeter than I expected. Repeat after me. Wow. They're much sweeter than I expected. Again. Wow. They're much sweeter than I expected. Notice how native speakers often compare expectations. Better than I expected. Nicer than I imagined. Much easier than I thought. These comparisons make your English feel much more expressive. After buying a small basket of fruit, you continue walking toward the bus stop. A young traveler nearby looks a little confused. They approach you politely. Excuse me. Do you know which bus goes downtown? Now you're the one helping someone else. Instead of saying, I don't know. Maybe you answer, I think it's the number 12. But you might want to double-check the schedule over there. Repeat after me. I think it's the number 12. But you might want to double-check the schedule over there. Again. I think it's the number 12. But you might want to double-check the schedule over there. Notice the phrase, you might want to, It's a gentle way to give advice. Native speakers use it constantly. You might want to leave a little earlier. You might want to try that restaurant. You might want to bring an umbrella. Let's practice. You might want to bring a light jacket. It gets cooler later. Repeat after me. You might want to bring a light jacket. It gets cooler later. Excellent. The traveler smiles. Thanks so much. You reply. Happy to help. Have a great evening. Repeat after me. Happy to help. Have a great evening. Again. Happy to help. Have a great evening. These tiny conversations may only last 30 seconds. But they happen everywhere. At bus stops. In bookstores. At parks. On sidewalks. Inside grocery stores. The more you practice them, the more naturally English begins to flow. Before we finish today's walk through the city, I'd like you to imagine your own neighborhood. Picture the streets, the stores, the cafes, the people you pass every day. Now describe your walk in English. Where are you going? What do you see? Who do you meet? What small conversations happen along the way? Try speaking for at least 1 minute without stopping. Don't worry about making mistakes. Focus on continuing. Every sentence is another step toward thinking directly in English instead of translating. As the sky slowly begins changing from bright blue to warm shades of orange, the city starts preparing for evening. Office buildings become quieter. Families return home. Lights begin glowing in apartment windows. And the pace of life becomes slower once again. In the next lesson, you'll spend the evening with neighbors, friends, and family, where conversations become even more personal, more relaxed, and full of the comforting English people use at the end of a long but satisfying day. The sun is slowly disappearing behind the buildings, and the city begins to change once again. The busy energy of the afternoon fades into a calmer rhythm. Office lights switch off one by one. People leave work carrying backpacks and shopping bags. Families gather in neighborhood parks. Apartment windows begin to glow with warm yellow light. And the air feels cooler than it did just a few hours ago. Evenings are full of gentle conversations. They're less formal than the conversations you have at work, and more personal than the small talk you have with strangers. This is the perfect time to practice English that feels warm, comfortable, and natural. Imagine you're walking into your apartment building after a long day. As the elevator doors open, your neighbor smiles. Hey, long day. This is such a common question. Repeat after me, slowly. Hey, long day. Again. Hey, long day. Instead of answering, yes. Let's make it sound more natural. Yeah. It was pretty busy. But it was a good day overall. Repeat after me. Yeah. It was pretty busy. But it was a good day overall. Again. Yeah. It was pretty busy. But it was a good day overall. Notice the word overall. Native speakers often use it when they want to summarize an experience. Overall. Today was great. Overall. Everything went well. Overall. I'm happy with how things turned out. Now, your neighbor replies. Glad to hear that. Repeat after me. Glad to hear that. Again. Glad to hear that. Simple. Friendly. Very natural. As you unlock your apartment door, you place your keys on the table and take a deep breath. You quietly say, It's nice to be home. Repeat after me. It's nice to be home. Again. It's nice to be home. Now let's expand it. It's nice to be home after such a busy day. Repeat after me. It's nice to be home after such a busy day. Excellent. Native speakers often express small moments of comfort like this. These simple sentences create a feeling of warmth. You walk into the kitchen and open the refrigerator. There are enough ingredients to make a simple dinner. Instead of saying, "I'm cooking," try this. "I'm putting together something simple for dinner." Repeat after me. I'm putting together something simple for dinner. Again. I'm putting together something simple for dinner. Notice the phrase, putting together. Native speakers use it for meals, plans, presentations, and many other things. Let's continue. As you're chopping vegetables, your phone buzzes. A close friend sends a message. Want to grab a quick walk after dinner? Instead of replying, "Okay. Try this. That sounds nice. I could use a little fresh air." Repeat after me. That sounds nice. I could use a little fresh air. Again. That sounds nice. I could use a little fresh air. You've already practiced I could use. Earlier today. Notice how naturally it appears again in a completely different situation. That's how real English works. The same useful expressions appear in many different contexts. After dinner, you meet your friend outside. The evening air feels cool and comfortable. People are walking their dogs. Children are riding bicycles. A couple is sitting on a park bench watching the sunset. Your friend smiles. It's such a nice evening. Instead of answering, "Yes. Try. It really is. I'm glad we decided to come out." Repeat after me. It really is. I'm glad we decided to come out. Again. It really is. I'm glad we decided to come out. Notice the phrase, "I'm glad we decided." Native speakers use this pattern often. I'm glad we came. I'm glad we talked. I'm glad you called. I'm glad we tried it. Very useful. As you walk together, your friend asks, "So, what was the best part of your day?" Instead of giving a short answer, let's build a natural response. I think the best part was having lunch with my coworkers. We had some really good conversations. Repeat after me. I think the best part was having lunch with my coworkers. We had some really good conversations. Again. I think the best part was having lunch with my coworkers. We had some really good conversations. Now your friend says, "That's always nice." You continue. I've realized how important those little conversations are. Repeat after me. I've realized how important those little conversations are. Again. I've realized how important those little conversations are. Notice something important. Native speakers often reflect on their experiences instead of simply describing them. That reflection makes conversations deeper without becoming complicated. A few minutes later, your friend laughs. You know what happened to me today? This sentence immediately creates curiosity. Repeat after me. You know what happened to me today? Again. You know what happened to me today? Your friend begins telling a story. I accidentally left my phone at the coffee shop. Instead of reacting with, "Oh. Try this." No way. Did you get it back? Repeat after me. No way. Did you get it back? Again. No way. Did you get it back? No way is an extremely common reaction. It expresses surprise without sounding dramatic. Your friend smiles. Luckily, someone turned it in. Repeat after me. Luckily, someone turned it in. Again. Luckily, someone turned it in. Notice the phrasal verb. Turned it in. It means someone gave the lost item to the staff. Now imagine another part of the conversation. Your friend asks, "What would you have done?" Instead of saying, "I don't know. Try this." I probably would have gone back right away and asked if anyone had found it. Repeat after me. I probably would have gone back right away and asked if anyone had found it. Again, notice the word probably. Native speakers use it constantly because it sounds thoughtful and natural. As your walk continues, you pass a small ice cream shop. Your friend smiles. I'm kind of in the mood for ice cream. Repeat after me. I'm kind of in the mood for ice cream. Again, the phrase, in the mood for, is incredibly useful. I'm in the mood for pizza. I'm in the mood for a movie. I'm not really in the mood to cook. Let's practice. I'm not really in the mood to stay inside tonight. Repeat after me. I'm not really in the mood to stay inside tonight. Excellent. You both decide to stop. The employee smiles. What can I get for you? Instead of immediately answering, you look at the menu. Everything looks good. Repeat after me. Everything looks good. Again. Notice the hesitation. Native speakers naturally pause while thinking. Fluency doesn't mean speaking without pauses. It means pausing comfortably. Finally, you decide. I'll go with the mint chocolate chip. Repeat after me. I'll go with the mint chocolate chip. Again. As you sit outside, enjoying your ice cream, your friend suddenly says, "You seem happier lately." Instead of saying, "Yes," let's create a more meaningful response. I think I've been trying to appreciate the little things more. Repeat after me. I think I've been trying to appreciate the little things more. Again. This is exactly the kind of sentence native speakers often use during relaxed evening conversations. Your friend nods. I know what you mean. Repeat after me. I know what you mean. Again. Instead of ending the conversation there, continue naturally. It's amazing how much difference small moments can make. Repeat after me. It's amazing how much difference small moments can make. Very nice. As darkness slowly settles over the neighborhood, streetlights begin turning on. The sidewalks become quieter. The air feels peaceful. You and your friend begin walking back toward home. Before saying goodbye, your friend smiles. We should do this more often. Instead of saying, "Okay," reply, "I'd really like that." Repeat after me. I'd really like that. Again. Then add, it's always nice spending time together. Repeat after me. It's always nice spending time together. Now let's practice one final evening dialogue. Thanks for meeting up tonight. Of course. I had a great time. Me too. We should do this again soon. Definitely. Take care. You too. Have a good night. See you later. Now repeat the conversation quietly. Notice how gentle the rhythm feels. Evening conversations are rarely rushed. People speak a little more slowly. They listen a little more carefully. That's why they're perfect for practicing natural English. Before we finish this lesson, I'd like you to think about your own evening. What do you usually do after work? Do you cook? Do you exercise? Do you spend time with family? Do you read? Do you take a walk? Describe your evening using at least 5 connected sentences. Remember to include feelings, not just actions. Instead of saying, I ate dinner, try, I made myself a simple dinner, turned on some relaxing music, and enjoyed having a quiet evening at home. Those extra details are what make your English come alive. Every evening conversation you practice helps your brain become more comfortable, expressing real thoughts instead of memorized sentences. As the night grows quieter, the pace of the day slows completely. The sounds of traffic become softer. Lights inside homes create a peaceful atmosphere. And your mind naturally begins reflecting on everything that happened today. In the next lesson, you'll settle into a quiet evening at home, where stories, memories, and simple reflections will help you develop longer, smoother English while learning to speak with confidence, clarity, and a calm, natural rhythm. The evening has settled into a peaceful rhythm. The city outside is quieter now. Cars pass by less often. Conversations become softer. And the lights from nearby apartments create a warm glow against the dark sky. After a full day of work, conversations, and small adventures, you're finally home again. This is the perfect moment to slow down, reflect, and let English become part of your thoughts instead of something you consciously study. Imagine you close the front door behind you. You place your keys on the table, take off your shoes, and let out a slow breath. You quietly say, "What a day." Repeat after me, slowly. What a day. Again. What a day. This tiny expression is incredibly common. Native speakers use it after a long, exciting, busy, or even surprising day. Now expand it. What a day. I'm tired. But it was definitely worth it. Repeat after me. What a day. I'm tired. But it was definitely worth it. Again. What a day. I'm tired. But it was definitely worth it. Notice the phrase, it was definitely worth it. You'll hear this in many situations. The trip was worth it. The wait was worth it. The hard work was worth it. Very natural. You walk into your living room and turn on a small lamp. Soft light fills the room. Instead of turning on the television immediately, you decide to make yourself a cup of herbal tea. As the water begins to boil, you look out the window for a moment. The street below is peaceful. A few people are walking home. Someone is walking their dog. A couple is laughing quietly as they cross the street. Instead of saying, "It's quiet," try this. Everything feels so peaceful tonight. Repeat after me. Everything feels so peaceful tonight. Again. Everything feels so peaceful tonight. Now let's make it even more natural. I love how peaceful everything feels at this time of night. Repeat after me. I love how peaceful everything feels at this time of night. Again. Notice the pattern. I love how. You've practiced it before. Every time you hear a familiar structure in a new situation, your brain becomes more comfortable using it naturally. You carry your tea to the sofa and pick up the new book you bought earlier. Before opening it, you smile and quietly think, I've been looking forward to this all day. Repeat after me. I've been looking forward to this all day. Again. I've been looking forward to this all day. This expression is one of the most useful in conversational English. I've been looking forward to seeing you. I've been looking forward to the weekend. I've been looking forward to this vacation. Let's continue. You begin reading. A few pages later, you realize the story is much more interesting than you expected. Instead of saying, I like this book, try, I'm already completely drawn into the story. Repeat after me. I'm already completely drawn into the story. Again. I'm already completely drawn into the story. Notice the phrase, drawn into. It means something has captured your attention completely. Native speakers use it when talking about books, movies, conversations, and experiences. After reading for a while, your phone lights up with a message from your friend. Did you start the book yet? Instead of answering, yes. Try this. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Repeat after me. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it so far. Again. Yeah. And I'm really enjoying it so far. So far is another expression you'll hear constantly. So far. Everything's been great. So far. It's going well. As a captioned. So far. I'm happy with my decision. Now your friend replies. I couldn't stop reading once I started. You've heard a similar expression earlier today. Notice how naturally useful phrases return in different conversations. You answer. I think I understand why. Repeat after me. I think I understand why. Again. I think I understand why. Conversations don't always need long answers. Sometimes, simple responses keep the conversation flowing beautifully. You finish another chapter and close the book for a moment. You begin thinking about your day. Native speakers often reflect on their experiences using questions like these. What went well today? What made me smile? What did I learn? Let's practice answering naturally. Instead of saying, today was good. Try this. Today reminded me that small conversations can make an ordinary day feel special. Repeat after me. Today reminded me that small conversations can make an ordinary day feel special. Again. Notice how that sentence doesn't simply describe events. It describes a realization. That's something fluent speakers often do. Let's build another reflection. I'm grateful that I made time to slow down today. Repeat after me. I'm grateful that I made time to slow down today. Again. The word grateful appears often in relaxed evening conversations. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for good friends. I'm grateful for quiet evenings like this. As you continue relaxing, gentle rain begins falling outside. You hear the soft sound of raindrops against the windows. You smile. Instead of saying, it's raining. Try. I always enjoy listening to the rain at night. Repeat after me. I always enjoy listening to the rain at night. Again. Notice how you're expressing a personal feeling rather than simply describing the weather. Native speakers often share emotions connected to ordinary experiences. Now, imagine calling a family member before going to bed. They answer, hey, how's your evening going? Instead of saying, it's good. Try. It's been really relaxing. I've just been reading and enjoying a quiet evening. Repeat after me. It's been really relaxing. I've just been reading and enjoying a quiet evening. Again. The conversation continues. Sounds like exactly what you needed. Repeat after me. Sounds like exactly what you needed. Again. Instead of saying, yes. Reply, I think it was. Sometimes slowing down is the best part of the day. Repeat after me. I think it was. Sometimes slowing down is the best part of the day. Notice how calm and thoughtful that sounds. These are the kinds of conversations people often have in the evening. Not dramatic. Not complicated. Just honest. Let's practice another natural dialogue. Did you have a good day? Yeah, I really did. What was the highlight? Honestly, probably meeting up with a friend after work. That sounds nice. It really was. We ended up talking for almost 2 hours. Time flies when you're having a good conversation. It really does. Now repeat that conversation quietly. Notice how the rhythm feels slower than the conversations you practiced earlier today. That's intentional. Evening conversations often have a softer pace. Now imagine you're writing a few thoughts in a journal. Instead of listing activities, describe your feelings. Today was busy, but I felt productive. I laughed more than I expected. I learned something new. I appreciated the little moments. Now combine those ideas naturally. Today was busy, but I felt productive. I laughed more than I expected. Learned something new. And appreciated the little moments that made the day feel meaningful. Repeat after me. Today was busy, but I felt productive. I laughed more than I expected. I've learned something new. And appreciated the little moments that made the day feel meaningful. Excellent. Notice how one sentence flows naturally into another. That's exactly how fluent speakers organize their thoughts. Here's another expression you'll hear often. All in all. Repeat after me. All in all. Again. Now, use it. All in all. It was a really good day. Repeat after me. All in all. It was a really good day. Again. Simple. Natural. Very common. Before getting ready for bed. You open the window for just a moment. Cool evening air enters the room. You take one deep breath and quietly say, I'm ready for tomorrow. Repeat after me. I'm ready for tomorrow. Again. Now let's expand it. I'm ready for tomorrow because today reminded me that every day is another chance to learn something new. Repeat after me. I'm ready for tomorrow because today reminded me that every day is another chance to learn something new. Beautiful. That sentence isn't only about tomorrow. It's about growth. Every conversation you've practiced today has been doing something much bigger than teaching vocabulary. It's been teaching your brain to think in English without fear. Before we finish this lesson, I'd like you to close your eyes for just a moment and think about your own day. What made you smile? Who did you talk to? What are you grateful for tonight? Now answer those questions in English. Don't worry if your sentences aren't perfect. Speak slowly. Connect one thought to the next. Allow your English to sound like your own voice. Every sentence you build tonight becomes part of your natural speaking tomorrow. The room grows even quieter now. Your tea has become cold. Your book rests peacefully beside you. And the sounds outside slowly fade into the background. But before sleep arrives, there is one final step in today's journey. In the next lesson, you'll move beyond describing your day and begin expressing your opinions, ideas, and deeper thoughts in English. Discovering how native speakers share perspectives naturally while sounding confident, relaxed, and completely themselves. The evening has become wonderfully quiet. Your book is resting on the table beside you. Your cup is almost empty. And outside the window, the city has slowed to a peaceful rhythm. At this time of night, many people begin thinking a little more deeply. They reflect on their experiences, share ideas with friends, listen to podcasts, or simply let their minds wander. These quieter moments are perfect for practicing another important part of English, expressing your opinions naturally. Many English learners can answer factual questions. Where do you work? What did you eat? What time did you wake up? But when someone asks, what do you think? Or, how do you feel about that? Everything suddenly becomes much harder. Tonight, we're going to change that. Imagine you're sitting on your balcony with a close friend. The air is cool. The stars are beginning to appear. And neither of you is in a hurry. Conversations like these don't have right or wrong answers. They're simply opportunities to share thoughts. Your friend smiles and asks, do you think people spend too much time on their phones? Instead of saying, yes. Let's build a natural response. I think we probably do. But I also think technology helps us stay connected. Repeat after me slowly. I think we probably do. But I also think technology helps us stay connected. Again. I think we probably do. But I also think technology helps us stay connected. Notice something important. Native speakers often balance their opinions. Instead of giving a simple answer, they acknowledge more than one side. This makes conversations feel thoughtful and relaxed. Here's another useful expression. In my opinion. Repeat after me. In my opinion. Again. In my opinion. Now expand it. In my opinion, spending time with people face to face is still very important. Repeat after me. In my opinion, spending time with people face to face is still very important. Excellent. Now let's make it sound even more conversational. Personally, I think nothing really replaces a good conversation. Repeat after me. Personally, I think nothing really replaces a good conversation. Again. Notice how naturally the word personally softens your opinion. Instead of sounding argumentative, you simply share your perspective. Your friend nods and says, that's a good point. Repeat after me. That's a good point. Again. This is one of the most common responses in English. Instead of saying, you're right, native speakers often say, that's a good point. Now imagine your friend has a different opinion. I actually enjoy reading on my phone. Instead of disagreeing directly, try this. I can definitely see why you feel that way. Repeat after me. I can definitely see why you feel that way. Again. I can definitely see why you feel that way. Notice how polite that sounds. You recognize the other person's opinion before sharing your own. Let's continue. After saying, you add, for me, though, I still prefer reading a real book. Repeat after me. For me, though, I still prefer reading a real book. Again. Native speakers often begin opinions with, for me. For me, mornings are the best time to work. For me, walking is the best way to relax. For me, coffee tastes better in the morning. Simple, natural, very useful. Now imagine another conversation. Your friend asks, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Instead of answering with only a country or city, let's build a richer response. I think I'd choose a place near the ocean because I love being close to nature. Repeat after me. I think I'd choose a place near the ocean because I love being close to nature. Again. Notice how every opinion includes a reason. Reasons make conversations longer and more interesting. Your friend smiles. I've always wanted to live somewhere quieter. Instead of saying, me too. Try. I completely understand that. Sometimes a slower lifestyle sounds really appealing. Repeat after me. I completely understand that. Sometimes a slower lifestyle sounds really appealing. Again. The word appealing means attractive or interesting. It's useful without sounding overly formal. Let's practice another common discussion. Your friend asks, "Do you enjoy trying new foods?" Instead of saying, "Yes, try this. I do. I think trying new foods is one of the best parts of traveling." Repeat after me. I do. I think trying new foods is one of the best parts of traveling. Again. Now continue. You get to experience different cultures in such a simple way. Repeat after me. You get to experience different cultures in such a simple way. Excellent. Notice how naturally your answer became two connected ideas. That's what we're practicing. Connecting thoughts instead of giving isolated answers. Now let's change the topic. Imagine you're listening to a podcast about learning languages. The host asks, "What's the biggest challenge you faced while learning English?" Instead of saying, "Speaking." Let's answer naturally. For a long time, my biggest challenge was speaking confidently because I was afraid of making mistakes. Repeat after me. For a long time, my biggest challenge was speaking confidently because I was afraid of making mistakes. Again. Now continue. But little by little, I realized that making mistakes is part of learning. Repeat after me. But little by little, I realized that making mistakes is part of learning. This is a powerful thought. Notice how it moves from a problem to a lesson. Native speakers often tell stories this way. Let's practice another useful expression. I've come to realize. Repeat after me. I've come to realize. Again. Now use it. I've come to realize that consistency matters more than perfection. Repeat after me. I've come to realize that consistency matters more than perfection. Again. This structure appears frequently in conversations about personal growth. Now, imagine talking with another friend. They ask, "What motivates you to keep learning English?" Instead of saying, "My job." Let's make it personal. I enjoy the feeling of understanding something that used to be difficult. Repeat after me. I enjoy the feeling of understanding something that used to be difficult. Again. Continue naturally. Every small improvement makes me feel more confident. Repeat after me. Every small improvement makes me feel more confident. Notice how these thoughts connect emotionally. That's exactly what makes conversations memorable. Let's practice a complete discussion. What motivates you to keep learning English? Honestly, I enjoy challenging myself. Really? Yeah. Every time I understand a conversation without translating, it feels like real progress. I know exactly what you mean. It's such a rewarding feeling. It really is. Now repeat that conversation quietly. Imagine speaking with a close friend rather than answering a test question. That's the difference between studying English and living in English. Now let's explore another topic. Your friend asks, "Do you think people should travel more?" Instead of answering immediately, pause for a moment. Native speakers often pause before expressing opinions. Then say, "I think traveling teaches us things we could never learn from books." Repeat after me. I think traveling teaches us things we could never learn from books. Again. Now expand it. It helps us understand different cultures and see the world from another perspective. Repeat after me. It helps us understand different cultures and see the world from another perspective. Very nice. Notice how naturally one idea leads into another. Here's another phrase you'll hear often. At the same time. Repeat after me. At the same time. Again. Use it naturally. At the same time. I think it's possible to learn a lot without traveling if you're curious. Repeat after me. At the same time. I think it's possible to learn a lot without traveling if you're curious. Excellent. You've just balanced two different viewpoints. That's something fluent speakers do, naturally. Let's finish with one final discussion. Imagine someone asks, "What does success mean to you?" There isn't one correct answer. Instead of worrying about perfection, simply share your thoughts. For me, success means continuing to grow while appreciating the life I already have. Repeat after me. For me, success means continuing to grow while appreciating the life I already have. Again. Now continue. I don't think success is only about achievements. I think it's also about enjoying everyday moments. Repeat after me. I don't think success is only about achievements. I think it's also about enjoying everyday moments. Beautiful. Notice how naturally you've moved from describing your day to expressing your values. That's a huge step in language learning. You're no longer translating individual words. You're expressing who you are. Before we finish this lesson, I'd like you to answer 3 simple questions. What do you enjoy most about your daily life? What have you learned recently? What kind of person do you hope to become? Don't search for perfect English. Speak honestly. Pause when you need to. Connect one sentence to the next. The goal isn't speed. The goal is expressing real thoughts in your own voice. Every opinion you share strengthens your ability to think directly in English instead of translating from another language. You've traveled through an entire day together. From a peaceful morning to thoughtful evening conversations. But there's one final step waiting for you. In the last lesson, you'll bring everything together. You'll speak longer, reflect more naturally, and discover how all the conversations you've practiced today become part of one continuous, confident English voice that belongs entirely to you. The day is coming to a gentle close. Outside, the streets are almost silent now. Most of the lights in nearby buildings have been turned off, and the sky has settled into a deep shade of blue. Your room feels calm, comfortable, and peaceful. The conversations you've practiced today, from your first cup of coffee in the morning to thoughtful discussions this evening, are no longer separate lessons. They have become one continuous journey. And now it's time to bring everything together. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. You don't have to rush. You don't have to sound perfect. Simply allow your English to flow naturally. Think back to this morning. You woke up. You made coffee. You greeted a neighbor. You visited a cafe. You went to work. You shared ideas. You enjoyed lunch with friends. You answered phone calls. You explored your neighborhood. You reflected on your day. And now, something important has happened. Without even realizing it, you've spent an entire day thinking, listening, and speaking in English. That is exactly how fluency begins. Let's practice telling the story of your day from beginning to end. Listen first. This morning I woke up feeling a little tired, but I wanted to start the day with a positive attitude. Repeat after me slowly. This morning I woke up feeling a little tired, but I wanted to start the day with a positive attitude. Again. This morning I woke up feeling a little tired, but I wanted to start the day with a positive attitude. Now continue. I made myself a cup of coffee, enjoyed a quiet moment, and slowly got ready for work. Repeat after me. I made myself a cup of coffee, enjoyed a quiet moment, and slowly got ready for work. Excellent. Notice how naturally each sentence connects to the next. Native speakers rarely tell stories using short, disconnected sentences. Instead, they build a smooth flow of ideas. Let's continue. On my way to work, I stopped at a small cafe where I ordered my favorite drink and exchanged a few friendly words with the barista. Repeat after me. On my way to work, I stopped at a small cafe where I ordered my favorite drink and exchanged a few friendly words with the barista. Again. Did you notice the phrase, exchanged a few friendly words? It sounds much more natural than simply saying, I talked. Little expressions like this make your English feel more relaxed and expressive. Now continue your story. Work kept me busy. But I enjoyed working with my coworkers and sharing ideas during our meeting. Repeat after me. Work kept me busy. But I enjoyed working with my coworkers and sharing ideas during our meeting. Again. Excellent. Now let's add another part. During lunch, we laughed, talked about our weekend plans, and enjoyed taking a break together. Repeat after me. During lunch, we laughed, talked about our weekend plans, and enjoyed taking a break together. Notice something. Your story isn't exciting because of dramatic events. It's interesting because it feels real. Native speakers often tell stories about ordinary moments. That's exactly what you're learning to do. Let's continue. Later in the afternoon, I answered a few phone calls and finished the last tasks before heading home. Repeat after me. Later in the afternoon, I answered a few phone calls and finished the last tasks before heading home. Again. Now add another thought. Before going home, I spent some time walking through the neighborhood and enjoying the fresh evening air. Repeat after me. Before going home, I spent some time walking through the neighborhood and enjoying the fresh evening air. Very good. Notice how calm your English sounds. You're no longer jumping from one sentence to another. You're telling a story. Now let's finish. When I finally got home, I relaxed, reflected on my day, and realized how much I had enjoyed even the smallest moments. Repeat after me. When I finally got home, I relaxed, reflected on my day, and realized how much I had enjoyed even the smallest moments. Again. Beautiful. Now, I'd like you to notice something very important. Earlier today, many of these sentences would have seemed difficult. Now they probably feel much more familiar. That's because your brain has been recognizing patterns instead of memorizing isolated words. This is exactly how natural language develops. Let's practice another important skill. Imagine someone asks, So, how was your day? Instead of giving a short answer, try responding naturally. It was a really good day. I stayed busy. I learned a few new things. Spent time with good people. And even had a chance to slow down for a while. Repeat after me. It was a really good day. I stayed busy. I learned a few new things. Spent time with good people. And even had a chance to slow down for a while. Again. Notice how positive and conversational that sounds. Here's another version. It wasn't a perfect day, but there were a lot of little moments that made me smile. Repeat after me. It wasn't a perfect day, but there were a lot of little moments that made me smile. This is a wonderful example of emotional English. It sounds honest, balanced, natural. Now imagine someone asks another question. What are you looking forward to tomorrow? Instead of saying, work, Let's create a thoughtful answer. I'm looking forward to another chance to learn something new and have meaningful conversations. Repeat after me. I'm looking forward to another chance to learn something new and have meaningful conversations. Again. Notice how naturally you've begun expressing hope and anticipation. Native speakers often talk about the future this way. Let's practice another useful phrase. One step at a time. Repeat after me. One step at a time. Again. Now use it. I'm learning English one step at a time. Repeat after me. I'm learning English one step at a time. Again. Simple. Powerful. Easy to remember. Now I'd like you to practice something different. Instead of repeating after me, answer these questions in your own words. What was the happiest part of your day? Who made you smile today? What did you learn? What would you like to do tomorrow? Take your time. Don't search for perfect grammar. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak. Remember something very important. Every sentence you create is much more valuable than 100 sentences you only read. Now let's reflect on your English journey. Maybe a few months ago, you hesitated before speaking. Maybe you translated every sentence in your head. Maybe you felt nervous every time someone asked you a question. But today you've done something different. You've practiced greeting people, ordering food, having conversations with coworkers, answering phone calls, giving directions, talking with friends, sharing opinions, reflecting on your experiences. All of these situations happen in real life. And now you've practiced them in English. That matters. Because fluency isn't built by learning thousands of difficult words. It's built by returning to ordinary conversations until they feel completely natural. Native speakers don't constantly search for complicated vocabulary. They use familiar patterns with confidence. And today, you've practiced those patterns again and again. Let's do one final shadowing exercise together. Listen carefully. I'm proud of the progress I've made. And I'm excited to keep improving every day. Now repeat after me. I'm proud of the progress I've made. And I'm excited to keep improving every day. Again. I'm proud of the progress I've made. And I'm excited to keep improving every day. Excellent. Now one more. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep speaking. Repeat after me. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep speaking. Again. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to keep speaking. Beautiful. Those may be the most important sentences you've practiced today. Because they're true. Every conversation, every repetition, every pause, every small improvement, they all matter. Before we finish, I'd like to leave you with one final exercise. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, try something simple. Instead of thinking in your native language, ask yourself one question in English. How am I feeling today? Answer it. Then ask another question. What's my plan for today? Answer that one too. Then describe what you see while making breakfast. You don't need long speeches. Just a few natural sentences. Day after day. Those little moments will slowly become habits. And one day, without even noticing exactly when it happened, you'll realize that you're no longer translating. You're simply thinking. You're simply responding. You're simply communicating. That's what fluency feels like. If today's lesson helped you feel even a little more comfortable speaking English, I'd love for you to keep practicing with us. Come back whenever you need a calm place to listen. Repeat. And build confidence one conversation at a time. If you'd like, leave a comment with one sentence about your day in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. Every sentence you write, and every sentence you speak, is another step forward. Thank you for spending this time with relaxing English listening. I hope today's conversations stay with you tomorrow, next week, and every time you speak English. Until we meet again, take care of yourself. Keep listening. Keep speaking. And remember that fluency isn't something that suddenly appears one day. It grows quietly through hundreds of small conversations, just like the ones we've shared together today. Have a peaceful evening, and I'll see you in the next lesson.